Hello, Capricorn. Thank you for tuning into the channel. This is going to be your general reading for June 16th through the 30th, 2021. Any information that you need in regards to Sage Company will be in the description box. Just know that all messages will not resonate with all Capricorns because this is a collective reading, but just take what information resonates with you and use it as it applies. Outside of that, we will be doing this again July 1st, so we'll pick up there. With that being said, Capricorn, let's go ahead and get started with your reading. All right, Capricorns. I really feel like for my Capricorns that a lot of you guys are just focusing on what is it going to take for you to see your wins or stay in this element of winning. Okay, so I feel like a lot of you guys are putting in a lot of work, doing a lot of manifesting, and trying to focus on things as like focusing on one thing at a time to complete and to see your successes in them, and to kind of gauge your progress, right? So I feel like you guys are putting in a lot of action. I feel like for a lot of my Capricorns, there's still things that's been weighing on you guys, and things feeling like it's too much or been a burden, but you're not letting it stop you, right? You still are forging ahead. You still are taking advantage of opportunities. It's just like I said, the focus is on your wins and what it requires for you to make sure that you stay steadfast in your winning, stay steadfast in doing anything and everything that is necessary to stay on top of things. This is, and just know that what you're putting out there, it is set to come into you, okay? These things are coming. You will see that happiness. This is all for that. This is all for, again, the successes, and then seeing them manifest in your life, seeing them come into fruition, materialize. And living in your gains. Okay. For some of my Capricorns, you guys may be applying for new opportunities and like new jobs and stuff like that. And so therefore there are people who's wanting more information about you, finding out more information about you in regards to that, like checking your references, asking more questions, or actually being in interviews themselves. So I feel like that this is that time for my Capricorns taking advantage of these, doing what's making you happy. So getting these interviews for business owners, there may be opportunities for you to have like a business spotlight and getting interviews, so that this may be that time for you, and this is putting you in the forefront of potential customers, potential investors, just more exposure for you and your business. Okay, so I really feel like at this time, Capricorn, it's just saying that your hard work has and is paying off for you, and that you're just steps closer to seeing your successes, if not already receiving them and living in them and basking in your success. Okay. I feel like that this is the time that like everybody jumped into action. Everybody came to the realization of what it was going to take to get some of these things concluded so you can see these end results. And I really feel like that this is result time. Okay. All right, Capricorns. So again, because this is your winning season, I feel like a lot of you guys, what I said, this is all about winning, right? So I feel like a lot of you guys have put in perspective what no longer serves you because you're ready to walk away from it, right? Or you have walked away from it because you've already did the analysis. You already did the work. You already manifested what it really is that you want, right? So, maybe in the past, it's just like you've been putting things out there and maybe been in some jobs and stuff like that, this go around, you might not have had the longevity in it because immediately you're finding out what's for you and what's not. And then, and at this time, you're not willing to deal with that, right? You are not settling for less. You are going after your wins. And if you're in a position where it feels like a win is not going to take place, I really feel like now in this, how people are feeling is like, I'm not doing it. I'm done with it. If I don't see that this is going to serve for my greater good, I'm out because I'm only looking for what is for my greater good. So I feel like for a lot of my Capricorns, this is the approach that is being taken right now. Okay. And I really feel like for some of y'all, it's saving you from the heartaches, being disappointed, and then coming down hard on yourselves because it didn't work out. Well, it wasn't going to work out because in you knew that whatever these opportunities were not the right ones. It's just now a lot more things are on your radars, Capricorn, and it's just like I'm taking care of me, and if it doesn't serve me, I'm gone, right? Only because there's better things on the horizon. Okay. I feel like some of my Capricorns is putting out there that you may need to be assisted in some of your future endeavors or some of the things that you're asking for. Or you asking for the proper help to come in for you, right? So for some of us Capricorns, we are realizing that we can't do it all ourselves. And so we're asking the universe, we're asking spirit, we're asking our ancestors to send us the appropriate help to help us get to the next steps, to the end points, to see our successes. Because right now our focus is only on our wins, and we need to be able to do that by any means necessary. Okay, because we want what it is that is coming to us, that's coming into us, that is meant for us, right? And I'm just saying us as human beings, right? But this is for my Capricorns, okay? Right? So again, for my happiness, again, for my opportunity to boss up right now, to level up, and for my entrepreneurs, I feel like this is boss up time. Like so many of the things that you've been putting out there, these plans, these marketing strategies, and they're going to start working for you right now, right? And then here's the leveling up. Here's the leveling up that's going on, okay? So you've been putting things into action. You may have been sent some much needed help. You may be consulting with older, wiser, more experienced people again to get your wins, because you're strategically planning and doing what it's taking to win. Like, there is nothing else on the radar but how am I going to win, and that is a beautiful, wonderful perspective and outlooks to have, right? It's no more times for losing. It's no more times to being unhappy. It's no more times to coming down hard on myself because something failed, because deep down I knew inside that something wasn't for me, but I try to hang on to it. I try to salvage it. I tried to make it work, but it was never going to work for me because it wasn't for me. Some of us may had grabbed these opportunities out of desperation at that time, right? Out of our basic human needs, out of instinctively doing things. But that doesn't mean that that was for you. And so what happens? It doesn't work out. But I feel like for my Capricorns now, you have this on your radar and you seeing this and you noticing these things, right? So again, there's been still some things that have been a little bit too much for some of my Capricorns. I'm seeing that as well. And in these instances, it may have some of you guys turning to some maybe obsessive or addictive type things, qualities, or characteristics. Some people have been trying to deal with some of the stresses and the concerns and the things that keep you worrying and fearful and scared to move forward. And for some of my Capricorns, getting to your wins is scary enough, right? And so we fall into this. We fall into these traps of not believing in ourselves or not wanting to move forward because we don't know what the unknown holds for us. We sometimes are scared in our abilities of being able to perform at the levels that some of these things are required of us, right? But this is your decision. This is your decision at these points to be all these things because you know you can do it, right? A lot of times opportunities, especially ones that are big in nature, don't present themselves unless everything is in alignment of knowing that you have what it takes to do this, right? But we sometimes focus on how big this thing is and not on I do have it in me to do it. So it's going to be sometimes trying to tackle these things that seem big in nature to us to get to our wins. And the win is overcoming your fear of doing it. And then once you get in it, things be like so second nature and be like, what was I tripping for in the first place? Okay, Capricorn. So I feel like some of you guys are going to be coming up against these feelings. And will you triumph over your fear, whatever is stopping you from going forward to progressing? For others of you, especially those who are in relationships, I feel like that some of our relationships at this point are too much. The things that you're dealing with on top of life itself, on top of working, on top of owning businesses, just everything that's necessary for us to function in a daily capacity. Adding this relationship, and this is just for some of my Capricorns, adding this relationship right now is too much. It's toxic. It's getting you nowhere. It's moving you back 10 steps instead of, you being 5 steps forward. It's pulling you more backwards than it is helping you going forward. And at this time, you're unable to go forward because you're focusing on these negative things. You're focusing on the toxicity of the relationship, and that is taking you out of your element for your wins. Okay. So, I really feel like these counterparts, your partners or whatever, is having you in these head spaces and making you feel restricted in being able to do things or thinking that you can't do things, right? So here's another decision, do I take myself out of these sleepless nights, these moments of depression, these spurts of being hard on myself because I have somebody else in my ear telling me I can't do these things, I won't be these things, I'll never have these opportunities. We need to get rid of this toxicity. We need to get this out of our environment. And again, I feel like for a lot of my Capricorns, after this is being noticed and pulled into the forefront and there's a realization going on, being unfulfilled and walking away is going to be the option. And will you decide to do that? Here's the decision. Will you decide to do that? Because the goal is for this happiness here. Okay. So with these energies going on, you can be dealing with a Gemini. You can also be dealing with a Capricorn or these energies here. Okay. And yes, we are in Gemini season. So that may, can be picking up on that Gemini season energy as well. But these may be the energies that are circulating around you. People having these placements: Capricorn placement, Gemini placement, water, or air signs. Okay. Or you can have this in your placement as well. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and pull some more cards for my Capricorns here. I'm so silly. I'm so sorry. So Capricorns, you are showing up in your own reading. Let me rewind. Did anybody else catch that besides me? Okay, Capricorn. So you are showing up in your own reading, right? And so these could be your energies, right? But just outlining that these energies are toxic in nature. So just so you are aware of that, or that you acknowledge that. Okay, Capricorn? How dare me? And that the other person energy that you may be dealing with may be Gemini, or have Gemini placement in their charts. And you could be dealing with another water sign. Dealing with a air sign. Sorry. So the next, so the other energies that I'm picking up on, again, I stressed this before. This is a season of your wins. This is where your focus is. But there is some kind of conflict going on in regards to feeling defeated. And again, I feel like that this is the other energies around you. This may be the other energies that this other person is bringing into your life to make you feel like you're not able to do something. And I really don't feel like, so much so it's my Capricorns feeling that way. I feel like that this is being fed into you. All right. And that because of this toxic energy around you, you're not getting to your wins as easily as you could be, because again, it's throwing your focus off. Once you get that focus back into just your wins and move that toxic energy out of your space, then you're going to get your wins. You're going to get your material harvest. Some other type of light is going to come on for you, and it's going to shine that love back into yourself, that self-love that was pulled away by this other person, that's going to get to flowing back into yourself. Your confidence is going to go up. You're going to see your journey to your wins and get your wins. Get that happiness, that sunshine in your life. All of that, right? But we have to acknowledge what's not working for us. We have to acknowledge what is it that has us on the verge of walking away, right? But it's walking away into to get to something better, to get to something greater, to see clearer, right? But you are going to have your wins. You're going to have your wins. And the things that don't serve you, you're going to get it out your life. You're going to walk away from it. You are. And for a lot of my Capricorns, I feel like you right there, right? You right there at that verge because you want more in life. You're going for more in life. You're destined to have more in life. But it can't get to you. It can't be all that with this negativity around you. Okay? This negativity that may be causing some of my Capricorns into falling into these addictive behaviors, these obsessive behaviors. And that would be the only thing that would impede you from being able to move forward. And at the bottom of that deck, it's all about your power. That person taking away your power and you getting your power back. And knowing that you do have the strength to prevail in this, okay? You can and you will get through this. Once you acknowledge and accept, because acceptance is part of this as well. Once you acknowledge and accept to remove these things, you can move forward. All right? Because it's boss up season. It's happiness time. It's getting all these things that you're, wanting in life. It's making them be a real actual thing in your life. And this other person may not be able to stand you being so motivated, being so gumptious, wanting so much. They may not like that. And that might be okay for them in their life. But in you, Capricorn, you know that it's not okay with you in your life. And all I'm seeing through this is 5, 5, 5s. Fives are everywhere. And the next card up was a 5, and it's just that other energy. Shit, it might be an entity that is the conflicting. It's conflicting in what you want. It's conflicting of your outlook in life. It's just the energy is just conflicting. And it's causing obstacles and challenges for you, right? Don't give away your power and don't let that person have that much power in your life. So there's the obstacles and the challenges, 5. The conflict and defeat, because this is how they want you to feel. It's a 5. Then we have this other oracle card that I'm pulling out on your behalf, which is a 5. This person has this much influence over you right now and in your life right now. They calling the shots. You feeling like a puppet. They pulling the strings. They controlling you, or they trying to, and it's just you can't give them this much control. And it's saying to look at the root of the problem, Capricorn. Look at the root of the problem. Get to the situation so you can get your life back. Okay? This is you. And well, this is you. Let me move it out. This is you. This is them. Right? This is how some of my Capricorns are feeling, and it just keep it's just keep showing up. It's making the things that look good to you before not look so good now. There's your restricted. There's your bounds. There's your feeling this way right now. Your fears. Feeling like you don't have control. But this card here offers hope. This card right here, you have the sun around you. There's more, because you know why? Because right here, when you realize what's going on, you're going to take this sword, you're going to cut these binds, and you're going to be free. But it's up to you, Capricorn, to do that. It's up to you to acknowledge what's going on, and it's up to you to make that decision. Make that final decision so you can move on, so you can get your happiness, so you can be happier. And so that in that moment, when you decide, is when that love for yourself is going to begin again. It is going to be renewed. You're going to feel different. You're going to feel better, and you're going to feel that weight lift off of you. But it's up to you, Capricorn. And at the bottom of that deck, we have this young lady here, whom represents infatuation, physical attraction, but there's a catch. This is kind of like the all that glitters is not gold card. Like, this other person, you may have been drawn to them physically. There was some type of physical attraction, but emotionally, like, this person offers nothing for you. Emotionally, this person tears you down and don't build you up. Emotionally, this person takes from you. They look good. They might even have the best sex in the world. But emotionally, they lacking everything you're looking for. Emotionally, they're lacking being able to give you what you need emotionally, right? Okay. And now I'm going to pull my final 3 cards for my Capricorn. We got to get you out of this. I mean, it's all here. We got to get you out of that, Capricorn. So, you're going to have to do what you have to do to get out of that. So this love can begin for you. This is love for yourself, so that can begin for you. But you're going to have to resort back to your power, to your strength, to all that is in. It's going to take all of that. It's going to take all of that so you can have all of this. You're going to have to want to get away from that. Somebody controlling you. Somebody controlling your emotions. Okay? They may not be trying to physically control you, but they got a hold of your emotions. You better take a leap of faith and get the hell up out of there. But hey, it's your life. This is your decisions. Because what's next is this when you do it. It's always been about free will, Capricorn, and it's always going to be about free will, okay? Everything is always up to you in the decisions that you make, and it's always up to you to finally decide on whatever it is that your what your goals are in life and what you're seeking and what you want, and have things align with what you're seeking and what you want. And if they're not aligned, then there's a decision that need to be made, because it's not what you're seeking or what you want, right? Okay. So the first card I pulled, it says weeping wound. You are not your wounds. You are not this hurt. When people inflict these hurts upon us, we have to process what happened. But you have to process what happened so you can move on from that hurt, from these wounds. And this is just saying you have to process it, Capricorn, so you can get out of that, so you can get to your happiness, so you can get to your goals, so you can get to that focus, right? That focus that is there because that is what you want. That is your focus. It's just that this energy is distracting you. You have the focus, but this energy is distracting you. Okay? So you know what it is, what you want. You just can't figure out why it's being like, why it's so hard for you to get there. You know, right? Oh, because this energy has this invisible cord that's pulling you back. Cut that invisible cord so you can move forward because you already have a focus. You know what you want. Okay? You are not your wounds. You are not what this person said you are. You are not where this person put you at this point. You are not that hurt from this. You can move past this. You will move past this. The next card is wishful expectations. It says acknowledge the smoke and mirrors in your life for what they are. Okay. Acknowledge it for what it is so you can move on. Acknowledge and accept. I already said you have to accept it. It's one thing to realize what's going on. You have to accept what's going on so you can get out of that so you can know what to do next, right? Without accepting things, there's no plan B. Without accepting things, there's no moving forward or plans to move forward. You have to acknowledge it and accept what you acknowledge so you can decide on what to do next. This is what I was looking for. I was looking for that card. Acknowledge the smoke and mirrors, the infatuation, the physical attraction, that in your life for what it is. The smoke and mirrors in your life. The smoke and mirrors in. Acknowledge it. All right. Okay. And the last card for my Capricorns is false belief. It says, once the untruths that we believe about ourselves are illuminated, so are the ways that we can release the false limitations they confined us to. What are they telling you about you that is not true, that you believed when they told you that? I already said that about them too. What is it about you that they told you was you and you believed it? Now it's time for you to unbelieve. That probably ain't no damn word, but you gonna do it. It's time for you to unbelieve that shit so you can get your power back. So you can get back on focus to what it is you're trying to do, Capricorn. That's what I have for my Capricorns, okay? Capricorns, you got work to do. And that work is on how you see yourself. How people make you see you in their light and what you gonna do about it, right? So you can get back to your wins, because this is about your wins, and this is about them throwing you off your path. And I wish you well, Capricorns. I wish you success in this. If you're going through this and you want to share your testimony, please do so in the comments. We're going to do this again. If this resonated, if you like what you saw, if you, to support the channel, please like the video, comment if you want to, and or subscribe to the channel. We're going to do this again, Capricorn, and I hope you're in a better situation for who this resonated with. Hope you're in a better situation next time than you are now, but there is work to be done. Thank you. And tune in again.